welcome to Play PKN, the weekly video bulletin of the top news stories on PKN Packaging News, Australia's media hub for the packaging industry. I'm PKN's publisher, Lindy Hewson, and this week's bulletin is brought to you once again by KM Packaging, specialist in high-performance lidding films and shaped pre-made pouches. Well, in the headlines this week, big news for the flexible sector. Global digital flexible packaging print company ePac Flexible Packaging, which is a business in which packaging giant Amcor recently took a stake, is setting up shop in Australia and building a plant in Melbourne. This is expected to be on stream by the end of the year. Jason Brown, former group divisional GM at Doggett, is now the managing director of the Australian ePac business, which will produce both flexible pouches and roll stock. The company is targeting small and medium-sized brand owners who will benefit from the flexibility and speed to market that digital print brings, plus the high graphic quality that will help to build brand presence. Jason Brown also told PKN the new ePac plant will see the return of a fair amount of work that is currently sourced from China. Now, speaking of imports, the ongoing shipping crisis is causing an increasing number of Australian companies to look at sourcing their packaging locally, as importing from China becomes more expensive and takes longer. Jackson Meyer, the CEO of freight forwarding company Verus Global, says there are major issues with the supply chain at the moment, with Australia at the bottom of the pecking order and 600,000 shipping container slots that have been withdrawn in Australia, with the lucrative trade in the US, he says, being prioritized. Now, commenting on this, Tony Bertrand, he's the marketing manager at Doggett, said that while retail might still be hamstrung by the lockdowns, it will certainly bounce back, and those retailers will need packaging. And the upside of the global shipping situation is local opportunity, particularly in packaging manufacture. Now, on to some sustainability news. Woolworths Group's financial year-end report for 2021 outlined the changes the group has made towards becoming a more sustainable business, revealing a significant drop in emissions, around 360,000 tonnes of waste diverted from landfill, and 22 million meals donated to Australians in need. The retailer removed more than 2,500 tonnes of plastic from its own brand and fresh packaging in the year. The company is transitioning its own brand range packaging to be 100% recyclable, reusable or compostable by 2023. Woolies has also launched an initiative to tackle plastic waste in its stores in Victoria and Queensland, where consumers can refill their own bottles from the Macro Whole Living range, which includes laundry liquid, multi-purpose surface cleaner and dishwashing liquid. Now, still in the retail aisles, Kellogg Australia will be trialling 100% recyclable display units in retail stores across the country. The new display units are made with 80% recycled content and a water-based coating instead of a plastic coating for the stands, while the shelf clips on the stands are created with natural materials combining sugarcane and wood pulp. Another company making huge strides in packaging sustainability is Unilever. David Jones, the head of research and development at Unilever ANZ, shared his views this week with PKN on creating a circular economy for plastics here in Australia. You can read the full piece on our website. Jones says that Unilever is partnering with its suppliers, Visy and Pact, to source Australian recycled HDPE plastic to help reduce the amount of virgin plastic that enters the market. And today, the bottles for products that Unilever makes in Australia, including for the brands Dove, Omo, Tresemme, Surf, and Toni & Guy, are made with 25 to 70% recycled plastic. Jones says that this is just the start, and from here it's about how we can all work to close the loop on the recycling process. A trend-setting restaurant in Federation Square, Melbourne, is also doing its bit. Australia's first zero-carbon street food kitchen, atiyah, has introduced a new initiative to help food and drink suppliers replace plastic packaging with eco-friendly alternatives. Co-founder and managing director Ben Armstrong has helped source and provide partial funding to suppliers who were willing to provide compostable or closed-loop packaging to his Lebanese eco-smart off-grid kitchen. Armstrong said, "Our hope is that more businesses across the sector will start having conversations with their own suppliers to look at their packaging and processes to start making incremental changes for the better." Now, speaking of changes for the better, just before I go, a reminder that the free digital lunchtime webinar series run by the APPMA and themed Investing in Resilience, kicks off on Friday the 17th of September. That's next week. The first session will focus on manufacturing as a new engine of growth. To find out more, head to our website or to the APPMA's website. Our website, of course, packagingnews.com.au. That's all from me this week, hoping that the spring weather is bringing some welcome cheer to all of those in lockdown, including us in Sydney. Thank you for watching and do stay safe.